Welcome back to the channel. We are here playing some more Paper Cube Draft. Today we have decks that have been rotisserie drafted from my Bun Magic Cube. I'm going to put the link to the list in the description of the video, so if you want to see what the cube looks like, you can check it out. For those that don't know, rotisserie drafting is a draft format where you basically just lay the whole cube out face up on a big old table, and everybody in the draft just takes turns picking the card they want for their deck. So it's all open information. Everyone can see what everyone's taking, and you get to draft really powerful decks because you get like all the picks you want. You have the exact choice every single time what card you want for your deck. So we have some very powerful decks here, I think, and we saved these matches. Well, spoiler, you two forgot to save your match.
We played each other.
We practiced a little bit.
So you get the run back coming up here. I'm excited about this for a couple reasons. One of the reasons I'm excited about this is because an average cube deck, you get to play at most 3 matches, right? Pretty much. But we each already have 5, or in your case, 6 matches down with these decks, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to go over to Theo, and Theo, why don't you tell us about your deck?
Well, I drafted Is It, which is
Blue-red Theos.
Probably my favorite deck. Yeah, basically it's kind of a tempo deck. It's got a very low land count, a lot of cantrips, some creatures that trigger off of casting spells, and a bunch of broken blue cards that I first picked.
Yeah, how many picks were you in before you didn't take a card that was restricted in Vintage? I think your first 4 picks were all restricted in Vintage. Pretty good way to start out the draft.
Draw a bunch of cards and counter some spells and draw some more cards and then kill my opponent is the idea.
I guess kill me as a little bonus, a treat at the end.
I guess it's fun to say what you first picked both Treasure Cruise and Dick Time because you were the last in the order, so you had back-to-back picks
no one,
in the Roto draft.
So blue was actually open. I didn't really force it.
Yeah,
I
that was
tell myself that.
I mean, I had already taken Uro, but I guess you can say blue was open. That's sure. That's fine. That's fine. And then Anthony, what are you playing? What was your first pick in the Roto draft?
My first pick was Gaia's Cradle, so I was second in the order, and I just wanted to play some green. That's where I was feeling. I was kind of hoping to draft like green-white mid-range, just because we talked about that deck recently. Maybe get like, well, it doesn't matter. It didn't end up there. I ended up just like sticking with mono green for a long time, and then a little bit later in the draft, there was sort of a run on the lands, which often I think happens in
you started
drafts.
it. I started
it, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I got to go first in the the land grab.
You started in a bad spot for me personally, though, so I'm upset at you for that.
So at that point, specifically, obviously I took Gaia's Cradle first, but then all the fetches and shocks started going very quickly as soon as everybody was like, oh, I need to get these now or I won't get them ever. Ended up at some point in that zone thinking, well, maybe I should open up a little bit. Black was a little bit open, and there were also a couple, I think, powerful top-end blue cards that I think just worked well with the ramp that I had. So ended up splashing a little bit of black and blue. My hope is just to be able to play some ramp and then stick a big mid-range threat early. And spoiler, it's probably not going to go well in this match.
Whoa, don't spoil it.
I said spoiler. They had a time to skip ahead.
Also, James in the chat asked what other than Treasure Cruise and Dig is restricted. James, both Brainstorm and Ponder are restricted in Vintage, which is why you see 4 of Preordains and those 2 cantrips. All right, well, I think you two can shuffle up and get ready to play. I think this is going to be exciting. Did you go to 3 games at least in the first match?
We did. Yeah, we did.
Okay, well, that's good. That gives us a little bit of hope.
I think I sideboarded pretty wrong as well.
James, I do think it's weird that Brainstorm is a 4 of in like every Blue Legacy deck, and yet it's restricted in Vintage. But you can imagine if you have access to all that power and Ancestral, 4 Brainstorms would just be... There'd be no reason to play anything other than blue. Sorry, Shops and Bazaar.
I do like casting Brainstorm.
It is kind of funny. Like, I feel like it doesn't really matter. Brainstorm is obviously the best. Between Ponder and Preordain, do you think Ponder's that much better than Preordain? I feel like they could just restrict either one. It's just a matter of, like, density.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a huge difference. No.
Ponder's better with fetches, I suppose, because you can actually take one and bottom others, whereas Preordain kind of has that built in.
People don't talk about that a lot. Like, how Ponder also gets better with fetch lands, just like Brainstorm.
Yeah, people tend to focus on Brainstorm.
Like, ideally, you Ponder, take the best card, shuffle. Or take the best
exactly,
two cards.
Precis Mon. Yeah, Karn is restricted because of Shops, I believe.
Well, also blue decks. Just everyone played Karn, I think, because of Moxen. I don't know.
Which Karn, the Great Creator?
Karn, the Great Creator. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that card's restricted. So is like Mystic Forge.
One-sided Null Rod, I think.
Yeah.
Even if they don't do anything with it.
The one-sided Null Rod is very good in Vintage because almost everybody's on power, unless you're on the quote budget Bazaar of Baghdad deck.
All right.
I was watching a
Shuffle.
video from Bosch and Roll recently where he was talking about vintage from the Eternal Weekend, and he was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's weird to say it, but Shops is definitely the budget deck in vintage. It's built around a playset of $3,000 cards, but after that, it's very
High
cheap."
Sure. Well,
Great start over here.
All right.
All right. I will take the play.
Man, as soon as I'm
It's on
not,
screen. What should I?
yeah, actually, if you don't mind, I think the best place to put your decks is actually on that
This-
side of the table.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do you both prefer that side though? Just do it on that side, as long as it's the same. If you put it down there, that's fine.
Do you like this side?
Yeah,
I like this side.
Great,
We've
do
Yeah.
it down there.
Okay.
discussed this a little bit, but
We'll
I'm
try it out.
apparently
Okay.
a left-handed Magic player, and I had no idea for the whole time.
So you won the roll, Anthony. You can
So,
keep that hand.
don't
If
look
so,
at my hand.
Right. we
Don't look
can't
at my hand.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this hand. I feel pretty good about it. It's I would rather not have both of these in my hand at the same time from the start, but I think that'll be okay.
This hand has one land, so I'm gonna.
So you're gonna
mulligan.
keep it.
I'm gonna mulligan.
Yeah, if
You can keep one
if
land.
you
or
had 2
sometimes.
1-mana cantrips, you could keep it.
Yeah.
Olsen, I did see your email. I'm awful at responding to email. I'm sorry. I will definitely get back to you at some point. I promise. I'm bad at email, Anthony. This is the thing you should know.
Oh, I'm also bad at email. You should know that about me.
Right, but I just mean I'm bad at email, and I manage the email for the show, so that
Sure,
kind of
sure,
reflects
sure.
badly on you.
Okay. Well, if Andy doesn't respond to the email, you can find me in Discord.
Yeah, you can always find Anthony if you want.
All right. This is a danger with playing like a Xerox kind of deck, because sometimes your opener just
How many lands are you on, Theo?
14.
14, but are you on 13? Because you might have just counted your
No,
deck
no,
and had
I'm on
41
14.
cards.
All right,
and
this should be fine here. And I can bottom just this, and yeah.
Cool hand.
All right. Let's
All right,
go.
here we go.
Cool hand for both of you.
I'm going to start things off with a breeding pool. Take 2 and play Birds of Paradise and ship the turn.
Draw. I'll cast Sleight of Hand.
Okay.
Almost as good as Island Ponder, right?
I will take this one and pass.
Untap. Draw a card.
Olsen, you can always bother us on Discord. That's the intended interaction point.
I'm going to play a Verdant Catacombs. Crack it. Get myself an Overgrown Tomb.
Untapped?
I'm going to get a... I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to get a... Yeah, I'm just starting this
You'll have
off.
to see
Starting
it.
this off
Okay.
badly. I'm thinking about Discord. I'm thinking
Don't
about
think
email.
don't focus on the game. That's
Gotta
why
focus
I'm
on the
here.
game. Okay.
Are you getting that untapped or tapped?
I'm just gonna get it tapped
Okay, so that puts you to 17.
and go ahead and cast a Raphaelos.
Yikes.
Pass
Okay.
the turn.
Tap. Draw.
Playing main phase Magic over here.
Yeah, now you can't threaten Force Spike or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna shock in Cements and pass. Very
Okay.
Inconspicuous.
Untap.
Nothing to see
Draw.
here.
I mean, the cool thing is,
Just like having options, that's all.
the thing that I said about having 2 things in my hand, I can just let one of them get countered, as long as he doesn't have 2 counter spells, right?
Stop giving Theo information.
Right.
Theo's a,
I know he
Theo's
has
I'm
at
just
least
tricking-
2
I'm
spells.
just
Theo's
tricking
going to
him.
use this information to
tricking him.
crush you.
I'm just joking.
He's a yoke. I don't have 2 spells.
Okay.
swear.
You do have Force Spike in your deck, if I remember.
Yep.
You don't have to tell me that,
Yep.
but so let's do this. Let's go ahead and play a tapped Overgrown Tomb. 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and cast a Primordial Mist,
We're gonna counterspell
Okay.
that one.
and I will say go.
Right. Tap. Draw.
That's a shame because I love that card.
Yeah.
Land. All right, I'm gonna electrolyze your 2 guys.
Yuck. That's a big problem for me.
And
Ooh,
pass.
buddy.
Pretty good against the green deck.
Draw. What is in my deck?
You should know this pretty well. You've played 6 matches with this deck at this point.
I know.
Perhaps.
I'm going to play Boseiju, who endures.
You know that comes into play untapped.
Oh, it does.
Just to clarify.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I'll cast Green Suns for 3.
3. Sure.
Don't forget to shuffle that in. I always forget.
I also always
That's
forget.
also-
It's very hard to remember.
It's great that we all are here. I'm going to go ahead and get Grist.
Yep, that's a good one.
So I tried with this deck a little bit to lean into Grist.
Like, how many insects did you draft?
Drafted a lot of insects. Well, specifically, I have a fair number of things that care about creatures specifically. So Grist being an option that makes creatures is pretty cool. And I think I even have the insect token. That will be my turn after I plus Grist.
Did you bring your own insect token? Because I don't have it in my token
Oh, you
box.
don't? Maybe
No.
it's a pest.
Yeah, it's a pest, I think. I gotta find that Sharpie. That should be my job. Hillary, if you're listening, we need a Sharpie.
All right, so you're just going to plus.
Yeah.
This, okay. But you do mill a
And
card.
I mill a card. Thank you. It's great. We're going to get in the zone. I'm going to start playing better.
Just focus on the game. Ignore
So
chat.
I'm going to play Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Okay.
And Thing in the Ice.
Thing in the Ice,
And then
okay.
I'll pass.
Untap. Draw.
Thing in the Ice. Gotta be my favorite double face card.
That's
So-
a pretty fun one.
It's just the whole story, the art on the back. It's just really good.
Yeah. I'll play a Waterlogged Grove. How many... What's your Delirium count?
I have 2 types.
2 types.
So,
Just instant and sorcery at this moment.
All right. I'm going to just plus Grist. Go up to 5. Make a second insect. Pay 5. Take 1 off the Waterlogged Grove. Play Ashiok.
4 spike.
Oh, you got it.
2 triggers.
And
Surveil.
pass the turn.
I thought you were playing around that one. All right, I'll surveil a land to my graveyard. Okay. Pass. Tap. Draw. So, still 3 types.
Oh, you're right. I did not mill for Grist this turn. Tree Speaker.
Well, I'll just play land and pass.
Draw. I'll pay 3, cast Plague Engineer.
I'll cast Memory Lapse.
Okay.
And trigger this. And before I surveil, I'm gonna fetch
Sure.
17. Oops. Plague Engineer. It's kind of annoying.
Card's gonna be cut soon, so enjoy it as a treat now while you can.
I will.
All right. Surveil.
James, did you not vote Plague Engineer as least fun, or did you just miss that particular poll?
I will keep that on top. Oops.
All right, and I have not used Grist this turn yet, right?
No.
That's really annoying.
Annoying that you haven't used it?
Yeah, because now I don't want to mill Plague Engineer.
Oh, that's true. You didn't play around Memory Lapse.
I did not play around Memory Lapse.
I also did not realize.
That's
this
pretty
was happening,
annoying.
but-
So I think that because of that, I'm going to minus 2 from 5, go to 3, sacrifice an insect to kill Thing in the Ice.
Okay.
Thanks
I
for the
do have
follow,
Delirium now.
J Reese 2.
You have Delirium now.
Yes, that's a creature.
You have 1 card in hand.
Yes.
I'll pay 2, paying a life, and I'll Abrupt Decay
Yeah.
Dragon's Rage Channeler. And why not? Attack you for 1.
All right. Take 1.
Pass the turn.
Now's when
Yep.
Theo has the ability to draw tons of
Draw.
broken delve cards.
Yep. Okay, I gonna look at my graveyard.
Also inconspicuous.
4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna cast Flame Slash on your insect, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Bedlam Roller.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 2 mana. Pretty good. Draw 3 cards.
Yep.
I'm so glad you
Seems
played Bedlam
good.
Ever in this deck, Theo.
And I'll just pass. Yeah, I'm glad I am too. The only reason I played it is because I didn't get
Draw.
like Young Pyromancer and Third Path Iconoclast and Sprite Dragon because Scott took them. But it's ended up being pretty good.
So what else do you have going on in your deck?
Yeah, Bedlam Ever's Treasure Cruise with a 3/4 prowess body just now.
It sure is.
Pretty chill. Except this one draws Treasure Cruise and does the double way your yard to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting balance between those two. Because if you draw this off of Treasure Cruise,
Right.
it's pretty bad.
The opposite order, it can be pretty
But
rough,
I've
yeah.
been able to maneuver it.
All right, I'll plus
in
to make
such
an
a way that's
insect
good.
and mill one. Nissa.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm trying to remember what else you have in your deck that I care about. What kind of creature is that guy?
A Devil Horror.
Devil horror. I don't think you have any other devils
I
or
don't-
horrors.
I
You just have a
don't think so.
dragon left.
Well, I mean, Thinking the S on the flip side is a horror, but I don't
That's
think you have a
true.
way to get it back.
Yeah.
Is it a horror on the front side too, technically?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
both horrors. Yeah, could be relevant.
Could just name dragon. All right, I'll play the
Go
Plague
ahead,
Engineer.
dragons. Well, name whatever you want.
I'll name.
Outside.
I'll name. I'll name.
Horror.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's name horror.
Yeah,
I
sure.
guess. Fine.
Sure.
And I'll pass the turn.
What's up to Jordan?
So this is a 2/3
Okay.
now. Okay. Tap, draw. I'll cast Expressive Iteration.
Yuck. So much value.
And that's prowess trigger. So
Yep.
back up to 3/4. Okay, let's see. Go hand, bottom, exile Ponder. And we'll cast Ponder. Get another prowess trigger.
Seems good.
Look at some more cards. Have not played a land yet.
Correct.
Yeah, this is fine. I will Tarfire Plague Engineer. Get
Sure.
another prowess trigger.
Yep.
So it's a 5.
Well, it gets back to
Yeah,
its
it gets
original
back
power and
to-
toughness, so it's 6/7.
Oh, right. 6/7. Okay, I'll play a land. I'll attack Grist.
I'll block with insect.
Block. Okay. I'll fetch. Islands, and I'll play Magmatic Channeler and then pass.
Oh yeah, this guy. End of your turn, I will crack the Waterlogged Grove
Sure.
to draw a card. Drawing off that, and then draw for turn.
I agree, AI Brady. I really liked Eldritch Moon. That was back when I was excited to see DFCs, as opposed to now where I'm just totally burned out on them.
How's my deck so small already?
What do you mean? You know exactly how your deck's so small already. You do this on purpose. Hey, Ubercube, what up? Thanks for the compliment on the episode.
So your Magmatic Channeler's at 4/4.
Yep.
Yikes! I don't love this.
Is this on screen, by the way? Is this showing
Let's play it for us.
A little bit.
a little bit on screen?
Well, part of it is that the bottom is where your faces are, so
Okay.
the bottom of the graveyard gets concealed by your beautiful
Leopold's.
face.
Play Leovold,
Okay.
and I'll plus to make an insect. And pass the turn.
Deck lists have been kind of open information, Anthony. Is there any value to you milling cards in this deck? Do you have things that care about being in the graveyard, or
Not especially. No.
Can I read Leovold? Right. Yeah,
AI
that's-
Brady?
that's
We all
pretty
word
annoying.
bad. I word bad all time.
All right, I'm gonna play around Leovold by casting Portent on you
Okay.
and trigger prowess.
So this doesn't technically draw cards.
Well, it draws on when the next upkeep.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Portent
All right.
better than Ponder. You heard it here first, folks.
Go for it. Enjoy.
Does targeting him
Wait,
trigger
hold on.
Leo?
Maybe I want to
Oh,
target
yeah,
myself.
good
I
point,
think
good
targeting
point,
him
good
triggers
point.
Leovold,
Damn,
though.
I read it and then I didn't. I'm gonna target myself.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
In response to reading your card.
Theo,
What's up?
finish your
Yeah.
game action.
Okay, we'll keep those. So now I will send both at Grist.
One thing he's thinking about is blocks. Will you, on that red box,
Yeah.
the far left potentiometer, that one, just turn it up like 10%.
Is this my volume?
That's your volume,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of quiet. Okay.
It's annoying because even if I block to protect Grist, then I don't have enough loyalty on it to, if I draw like a elf, kill one of your creatures.
You hellbent, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm not in a good situation. I think I am still going to do that, though. I will chump the Bedlam Reveler.
Okay. And takes
Grist
4.
goes to
All right.
1.
I'll just pass.
All right.
And draw on your upkeep.
Untap.
Anything for you, Donald.
Draw. All right, let's start things off with a bug. Mill. Ooh, I would have loved that. That's annoying.
That was a dismember, chat.
I'll play a Tireless
I'm
Tracker.
gonna hard cast.
Okay.
Force a Will.
So you're at 15. I'm at 15.
I'm not sure if there's a way to pick up lands in the cube. AI Brady. If there are, they're incidental, not
Days.
intentional. Days is a way to pick up lands.
I don't know.
You could. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Are you thinking about attacking me?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. What?
You fool. I mean, yeah, I could get in
Yeah.
for 3. I don't feel like I'm not chump blocking with Leovold, and I'm not protecting Grist with Leovold. Let's go to combat. Let's attack you for
Yeah,
3.
okay. That makes sense.
And pass the turn.
Yeah, no, Leovold is good against me.
How do I get rid of this spam message? Ban. Delete message. Ban.
Wait, but they were going to promote our channel. Wow.
They're banned. Look at
so
me.
helpful.
I'm so powerful. Reason? Spam. Ban. I love dropping the ban hammer. Feels great.
All right, we're gonna cast Dig Through Time. Let's see.
Yikes.
Oof.
We got
What's up, Blunt Lord ACAB? We are playing Rotisserie drafted decks from the Bun Magic Cube. This is... I sound like a cop because I like banning people? Damn.
Oh, wow.
Hate to hear that. Stinks. Anyway, so we're playing decks Rotisserie drafted from the Bun Magic Cube. This is game 1 of this match. Theo is on a red-blue deck. It's a kind of a classic, I would say a classic battle of card advantage here, where Theo's got big spells to draw
Alright, that's
cards, and
6.
Anthony's trying to get value off of his planeswalkers and permanents like Leovold. We'll see how it goes.
And Dig Through Time just puts them into your hand. It doesn't draw
doesn't
them.
draw cards.
Man, rude.
All right.
Leovold's a trap. They really should have worded this a little bit better to prevent this kind of shenanigans.
And 7 cards is a lot of cards.
Whenever an opponent looks at the top 7 cards of their library, they lose 7 life.
Oh, I missed the attack. I
Would
was
be
paying
great.
attention to chat. Boop. Theo's a 12. My mistake. Sorry, chat. I highly recommend Rotisserie drafting Uber Cube. It took us like a little over 2 hours to draft the whole cube, but nobody was mad about it.
Oh, it's any order. I always forget that. Okay.
Yeah, better up.
Yeah,
I mean,
let me-
that might matter.
You're not that far away.
Not
I
that
am not
far.
that far away. Okay.
Yeah, rotisserie drafting is a lot of fun. We did this in person, which is like a bit of a setup, or it's a bit of a what's the word? Like a
Slog.
production. It's a big event. It takes a lot of setup, and everybody's got to be engaged for a
both
long
at
time.
Grist.
All right, I will let Grist die.
All right,
But the other way you can do a rotisserie draft is just do it virtually with a spreadsheet, and that's a lot of fun. You get
I'm
everybody
gonna
in
play
a.
this infantry and pass.
You got it. Get everybody in a shared Discord channel, and everybody gets to talk smack on each other.
Brady, the benefits are mostly that everyone gets a really powerful deck.
Play a Skull Clamp.
Skull Clamp. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I will Skull Clamp an insect.
Yep.
This doesn't hurt me, right?
No.
Great. Each opponent. Just I want to make sure. I've been making mistakes. All right, let's draw 2 cards. Yikes. All right, let's play Gaia's Cradle
Okay.
and say go.
Yeah, there was a lot of hooting and hollering at the rotisserie draft, mostly done by me when Daniel started savagely cutting
Alright, on
me
your end step,
out of nowhere.
I will thought scar myself.
Okay.
Trigger that guy.
Trigger prowess. You missed a trigger.
Oh yes.
Gets you even closer to drawing those cards you bought him from
Alright.
treasure from Dig Through
Yeah.
Time. Rather.
Yeah, I think I might be there actually. Okay. Untap, draw. I'm wondering why he didn't equip Skull Clamp, but
Oh yeah, I really should have done that. That was a mistake.
Anthony, lean into the bit. Pretend it's intentional.
Because I need exactly 4 mana.
It is open knowledge, Ubercube, so all you people are drafting from the whole pile all at once, and you can see what everyone else is
we're
drafted.
Gonna come in with these. Yeah, these two guys.
All right, so we got 4 and 3. No blocks.
All right, take 7.
Take 7, go to 8.
Land. All right, we're gonna cast Murktide.
There it is.
And let's see if we can keep 4 spells in the yard. Like something 5. We probably can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that was hard. Okay. And then I'll pass.
I don't know if I would say it impedes aggro strategies, Ubercube. I will say that I think drafting a monocolor deck
Plan
Arbor
Arbor
Elf.
Elf.
is generally not great
Skull Clamp it?
Yep.
in rotisserie draft, just because one of the benefits of a monocolor deck in a regular draft is that you get to be very consistent because you only have to care about your mana in one color. But the rotisserie draft means everyone gets kind of like the best version of their deck or a much better version of their deck. And so the monocolor decks don't get much better in a rotisserie draft, but the other ones do for sure. So you'll see some aggro decks here
Play an
tonight
Ancient
probably,
Tomb.
but mostly 2-colored or more.
Cast an Ignoble Hierarch.
Sure.
Tap the Cradle for 2. I'm just going to die to that. I'm just
Well,
going to
you're
die.
dead in there anyway, so
Yeah.
you have to do something.
All right, let's tap this for 2. And
Skull
spend
Clamp.
1 to
Yep,
Skull
sure.
Clamp the Ignoble Hierarch. And I'm at 8, so I can do 2 to myself. And all right, you got it.
All right, good game. I was gonna treasure cruise to grow my Murktide by 7.
Nice.
All right.
Just got to let them know.
It wasn't even gonna draw any cards, but it would have been cool though.
That's
It would've
true.
been
Well, draw 1 card, right? Oh no,
cool.
sorry,
No,
on your turn.
No cards. Yeah. All right. Well, that went pretty well for me. I was.
Yeah, key counter spells, countering
The
Primordial Mist.
Electrolyze was very good.
The Electrolyze was really good.
Electrolyze was
Yeah.
very.
And then countering Primordial Mist and Ashiok
Yeah.
was definitely pretty necessary because
Yeah.
you only had to fight against the ongoing value from Grist, not from multiple permanents like that.
Yeah, playing against a ramp deck, it's pretty key to have the counter spells at the right moment. But
yeah.
it's kind of nice that you don't have to deal with the mana dorks if you counter the payoffs.
Either bolt the bird or counter the Planeswalker.
Yes. I don't think I have a very good sideboard for this matchup, but
If you want to talk through your sideboarding, I can show the top-down camera.
It's like, would you decide in all these things? I don't know.
I think I'm gonna have a
much
lot of
this deck,
sideboard
right?
cards for Andy's deck. I don't think.
Uh-oh.
I think my main deck is pretty set up to beat like creatures. So, well, I just mean all those burn spells in my deck. You know.
Sure,
are
so it's
pretty
not
bad
so much
against
you have
but
stuff to
they're
bring
good
in, it's
against
that you get stuff to
Anthony.
take out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a nice little, like, small level up for me in sideboarding when someone told me, like, don't look at your sideboard, just look at your main deck and think
Yeah.
about the cards that are bad.
Yeah,
and
right.
once you identify some
Yeah,
of those, then look at your sideboard.
Could play this. It does deal with that one card that's really good, but other than that, I don't know.
Anthony, what do you think about sideboard-wise?
I'm definitely bringing in this,
should
and I'm
know
just
Yeah,
cutting.
no
I
peeking.
I'm just cutting one of these because I think I have a lot of redundancy there.
I don't think I'm in a sideboard.
All right. Running it back.
Barbecue rotisserie draft sounds awesome. That sounds like a good day event.
Double rotisserie situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
I don't know how many.
They're
people
both
actually
all
do.
day things, you know, smoking
Yeah,
meat all day
exactly.
and also drafting a whole cube one pick at a time.
It is. So we tried to play a whole
Actually-
like round robin with everybody, and that was kind
I
of
think I'm
exhausting.
gonna board this out because against his deck,
Yeah.
seems unlikely. to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, he's still got to respect it.
he does.
I will not respect it.
Do you even know what it is? Did you peek?
I'm not telling you.
If you peeked, I'm gonna be so
Last game
mad.
You said you were like, I'm gonna play around Force Spike, and then you played into Force Spike with your 5-drop. So.
I don't think you said you're gonna play around it.
Or
He just
you just-
asked to
Yeah, I just-
confirm that Force Spike was in your
right.
deck before he chose to
and
not
then
play
you
around
weighed
it.
the risks, and then
Yeah, I
Yeah.
weighed the risks carefully. I did my best.
I mean, situations like that are hard. It's like
no, I mean it's pretty hard. to
playing
just
around
pa-
Force Spike
you
is
can't
like
just pass the
you just
turn.
give him another chance to draw
But,
another counter
right.
spell on the next
Yeah.
turn.
But
so
if you have another option that's like okay, you might be able to.
yeah,
do
if you have a
that,
3-drop
yeah.
or something, but to do nothing on your turn,
Yeah.
they might draw the Force Spike next turn, and you might not draw your 6th land.
That's true.
So then what are you gonna do? I think his match is gonna be faster than the other ones we've played, generally speaking. We'll see.
We'll see.
Will you be on the play?
I
What?
won, so you're on the
Well,
play.
What am I?
Do you want to give the option to Theo?
I'll be on the play.
I wouldn't
if you
recommend
let
it.
me.
No, I'm just.
Being on the draw in this matchup is a little
I'm
scary.
just dumb. I'll be on the play. It's gonna be great.
All right, Anthony, show us that hand. Show us the secrets.
I mean, this hand is slightly. No, it's not. It's not that tempting. I'm gonna throw it away, but
Well, my hand does one thing. I mean, I don't think I can mulligan this. I'll just find what I need.
I don't think you drafted
It'll
that
be
deck to
fine.
mulligan that hand,
Exactly.
Theo.
Exactly. All right. I mean, the trouble is these cards are kind of not useful this early
Yes,
in the
yeah,
game,
you don't
but,
want them.
yeah.
At least
No.
both in your opener, but you know. One thing that surprised me in the Rotisserie draft is I have Uro on my deck. We'll see my deck later on tonight in the stream. And I was counting on for sure. I have both Mental Note and Thought Scour in the cube. And I was like, okay, well, one of them might go, but there's no way both of them are going to go before the picks get back around to me. And they, in fact, both went before the picks got back around to me. Theo took Thought Scour, and then Daniel took?
No,
Scott did. Scott did. Scott took Mental Note.
I'm not totally sure why, but I really like Thought Scour in this in my deck.
Yeah.
Just because it fuels all Medell spells.
I obviously like those cards here. That's why I
Yeah.
have both of them. But I feel like people don't, in regular drafts, respect them. I get them real late. But
Alright.
Roto draft, they went pretty quick.
don't look at my deck.
It's just Dark Ritual, but you draw a card.
All right, I feel pretty good about this hand. I'm putting this back.
First pick overall was Luris. And I think that was probably the correct first overall pick if you're just going for win percentage.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I will play Forest and
Alright.
Pass.
Yeah,
That's
first picks were Luris, Guy's Cradle, Ren and 6, Uro, Ragavan,
important.
Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, and Urza's Saga, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, this is fine. I'll keep this. I'll pass.
That is one thing I will say I like about the online Roto drafts is you get the artifact of the sheet where you can see all the picks. I gotta try and remember it.
Yeah.
Ancient Tomb.
Yep.
Pay 3, taking 2 for Tireless Tracker.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Brady, I play the official companion rules, so gotta pay 3 to put it into your hand. And I think if I didn't play that way, Luris would be unimpeachably broken in this
Some
environment.
people do that in their queue, and that's I don't know. It seems unnecessary.
Luris is very easy to draft around here. I will say in some other cubes it's actually kind of a challenge to meet the draft stipulation. Here it is not a challenge at all if you want to do it. So gotta pay 3 for sure.
I guess we're keeping this. And play a land. Go.
Untap. Draw.
Anthony proving that Ancient Tomb still got it in 2022.
Ancient Tomb is busted.
Play Verdant Catacombs.
Trigger!
I'll get a clue. We found a feather. Are you
Oh
laughing at me?
man, your hair is like mad static with the green screen right now.
It's what?
Like super staticky. It's like
Ooh,
I'm worried about getting
my hair.
the electronics shocked somehow. There's a lot of energy just in
Oh
the.
God. Oh God.
It's like
I'm
all
gonna go ahead and crack this.
It's a
Verdant
wall of hair.
Catacombs.
Uber Cube. The basics are not all John Avon. It's just all random old border foils. My favorite
Thank
kind.
you.
They're very nice basics.
Is that coming in? Is that a shock land? Or is it coming in tapped or untapped?
It's gonna be a shock land. It's got to be, and it's going to come in untapped, and it's got to be Overgrown Tomb.
Crack 2 clues. Swing for 5.
You know,
Yeah.
it's tempting.
Tireless Tracker on turn 2. It's a lot better than turn 3.
Tireless Tracker turn 2 on the play is
boy.
is a real thing.
Yeah.
It is actually really tempting. Maybe I should have done something a little bit different with this turn.
You know how to not get your spells countered? Never play another one.
Yeah. Let's go to combat. Attack you for
No
3.
blocks.
Great.
Okay.
And then I'll pay. Ooh, this is where it gets dicey. I'm going to take another 2
13.
and play Augur of Autumn.
So you're floating it.
I got a colorless floating.
Okay, that resolves.
I'm going to peek. And pass the turn. Take 1 to mana burn.
All right, I will fetch on your end step. Just tapped.
Tap Steam Vents.
Yep.
For everyone's benefit, the records, you're 5-1 coming in. Well, 4-1 if you
match
if you don't
before,
count
yeah.
Anthony's match. And Anthony, what is your record?
2 and 5?
That would be way too many. You'd be 2 and 3 at the
2
at
and
most
3.
Yeah.
coming in tonight.
Yeah, not 5. 2 out of 5.
All right.
Okay,
That's
yes,
fine.
2 and
Sorry.
3.
Brain's not on all cylinders today.
Land. All right, we're gonna electrolyze Tireless Tracker.
Okay.
Not
Sad.
quite as much of a blowout.
Sad.
Yes.
I was thinking I could, when he actually has counter spells this turn, make that my clue turn. Do I want to crack a clue to try and hit a land?
So this doesn't reveal it. You just look at it.
I just get to look, yeah.
Yeah, it's the modern templating.
Looking is more fun.
All right, I will crack a clue.
Sure.
Taking 2. Draw. Peek. I'll crack a clue.
Okay.
Draw. Peek. Go to combat.
Yep.
Attack you for 2. And say go.
Wow. Okay. That's not what I expected, but I think it's good for me.
Yeah, that was rough. Clearly digging for a land there. Didn't find one.
All right. I'm gonna cast Brainstorm.
Sure.
How many cards in hand, Anthony?
6.
Nearly a full grip.
All right. We don't really need these. Play land, and I'm gonna play Murktide Regent.
Yep.
Delving 4 spells and a land, and then I'll pass.
So it's a 7/7.
7/7.
Love that. Peek. I think I just lose to that.
Well, that's the idea.
Thanks.
Just tap your Ancient Tomb twice this turn. Maybe.
I mean, I don't really have great options that are not tapping Ancient Tomb twice and also playing a shock land off the top of my library.
Well, you can't tap Ancient Tomb twice. Not to be,
Well,
pedantic.
Tap it once and then
Just figure out a way.
I can do it. I can make it happen.
Oh, there actually is a way in your deck to tap it twice. Murktide Regent's very good, Ubercube.
It's
If
a
you-
really
Sure
powerful
is.
card. I
I
really
picked
feel like
this,
blue doesn't
Like
need it.
5th, I think, after.
I kind of expected that to
Yeah.
be like the blue card that would go first, almost, but it was still there.
Yeah,
three
personally, I
three
think
rounds of the table in.
Treasure Cruise is just like more consistently better, just because like Murktide Regent can just be traded for, but Treasure Cruise it's pretty unlikely.
You definitely can just
Yeah.
Doomblade Murktide
Yeah.
Regent, and we just talked about on the episode
But-
this week of trying to make removal
Yeah.
better in my cube.
And it's flying, right?
Yeah,
but
it's
no
flying.
trample.
No.
Yeah, I just don't have great options. I will play this Watery Grave tapped.
Okay.
Play a Bird of Paradise.
Sure.
07 Bird of Paradise. I salute you.
And I will
You're
play
about to
an
serve your
Arbor
country
Elf
well, I
Yeah.
think.
and pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. All right.
Yeah, simply have removal.
Simply have removal. The problem is, I do have some removal spells. They line up really badly against Murktide, and also having a low life total. Okay, maybe I did a bad job drafting the stack is what I'm talking myself into.
Let's see.
Join the club, Anthony. Roto draft is hard.
It's really hard.
Trying to figure out if there's a way I can kill Anthony. I don't think so.
Really, you haven't been trying to do that up until this point? You've just decided?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. All right, but I will cast Forked Bolt on your two guys.
Okay, that's very
Attack
bad.
for 7.
I'll take 7.
And I'll pass.
I'll untap. Draw on a card. Take a peek. Oof, that's rough. All right, good game.
All right. You did a lot of the work for me there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, having Ancient Tomb and
The
then
Agony and
staring
the Ecstasy
at
of Ancient Tomb.
Dismember.
I did have these cards all stuck in my hand, but who needs them when you have Murktide Regent?
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Very sad. I guess. I don't know. I could have been a lot more proactive rather than cracking 2 clues that turn.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I was
I-
just scared you were gonna play some Planeswalker,
Yeah.
basically. But I guess
So
you just
I
didn't-
do have this Garrick that I could have
Yeah.
cast there instead, but specifically because I also had another 1-drop creature, I felt like I was going to be able to use my mana efficiently, and it was pretty unlikely for me not to hit a land.
right, because you had a lot of
Huh.
looks for a land.
So you're basically like hit a land on the first clue, and you could have actually cast Garrick that turn. No, you
which
could. You
no,
couldn't
so
have.
I still couldn't have. But I then could have. What else did I have in my hand? I felt like I could have. I was gonna be able to do stuff. I don't know.
Garrick that turn would have been very different in the game for sure, because
I don't know how good this
I mean,
card
I just
is
breathed a sigh
actually.
of relief when you cracked 2 clues. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
he was tapped out that turn.
Yeah.
If anything, cracking the clues the turn before, when he had mana up,
Well, he didn't.
he did.
The turn you tracked the
He had one
cracked
fetch
the
land up.
clues.
One fetch land.
The turn
Sure.
before.
Okay, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
was,
to
I've
be
been
fair,
holding
one
up
fetch
Spell
land, not a
Pierce
lot of
bunch.
counter spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
on
I
one.
did board out Force Spike because you've got Gaia's Cradle and Raphaelos in your deck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But,
All right. Well, good games.
Yeah, good games.
All right, we'll stop that recording.